Hello students, today we shall do an interesting topic in grammar, modal auxiliaries. An auxiliary word, as you all know, it is an helping verb. Then what is modal auxiliaries? Modal auxiliaries are the verbs which help to modify the mood of the word. Let's understand this. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought, need and dare are called modal auxiliary verbs or modals. These verbs perform several important functions in the formation of a sentence. They have multiple uses that need to be understood for an efficient use of English language, both for the written as well as for the spoken purposes. English grammar has total 12 modals, that is modal auxiliary verbs. Out of this, there are 4 modal pairs. You can see can, could, may, might, will, would and shall, should. These are the 4 modal pairs and 4 single modals are there. We will know that also. Must, ought. Now whenever we are using ought, we have to go with ought to. Okay, so ought to, need and dare. These are the 4 single modals. Now these modals express a number of ideas, attitudes, qualities. Which are these? Ability, asking permission, reference to tenses, possibility, probability, obligation, advice, express of behavior, to give order or command, request. So all these expressions, these ideas are expressed with the help of these modal auxiliaries. And that's why these words are used in a sentence formation. So let's get understand with this topic. When we say that a person paints a picture, then we are talking about a regular activity of painting. But if I say that he can paint a picture, now here it shows ability. Can. The person is able to paint a picture. He can paint a picture. And if I say he should paint a picture, then I am suggesting that he should paint. So the modal auxiliary are verbs which express different moods of the main verb. Got it? Can, should. These are the modal auxiliaries which shows ability, suggestions. They expresses the mood. Got it? Now let us go on understanding modal auxiliary further. See the examples. Nazia plays tennis. Let's take a look to this sentence and also the next sentences. RK acts in movies. Rahul completes his homework. Nigel goes to church. Now look at these verbs. Which are the action words? Plays, acts, completes, goes. In each of the sentence, there is only one verb. And this one verb is the main verb. Acts, plays, completes, goes. But if you look at these sentences, Nazia is playing tennis, RK can act well, Rahul must complete his homework, Nigel should go to church on Sunday. You will notice that here the verbs are is playing, can act, must complete, should go. Everywhere here we have 2 verbs. So the first verb is the helping verb or the auxiliary verb and the second is the main verb. Which are the helping verbs here or auxiliary verbs? Is, can, must, should. And which are the main verbs? Playing, act, complete, go. These are all the main verbs. So always we have to remember that auxiliary verb is always before the main verb. So students, remember the placement, the place of an auxiliary verb, that is modal auxiliary verbs, is always before the main verb. That means if you see two verbs in a sentence, then the first one is an auxiliary verb, that is modal auxiliaries. For example, I can swim. Can, it is a modal auxiliary, and swim, it is a main verb. Got it? Let's take a look in further. In this case, Salman can paint very well. Once again, can paint. Okay. Look at over the first verb, can. We know it is an auxiliary verb. So, here can is used as auxiliary verb. Now, let's take another example. Salman can very well. Now, does this sentence makes any sense? No. So, here cannot be used as main verb. So, what is modal auxiliary? Simple. It can only come with another verb. It can never stand alone. It can never be used as main verb. It can be used only as an helping verb. Clear now? Now we'll move further. So, modal auxiliaries can be used only as auxiliaries. They cannot be used as main verb. Second point we'll take. Modal auxiliaries do not change according to the subject. This we will see with the help of example. Salman can paint very well. But if I say Salman and Sachin, so do we change can to something else now? No. Salman and Sachin both can paint. Here can does not change, though the subject changes. Two persons are there, two subjects are there, but can, this modal auxiliary remains same. Got it? So, can, this modal auxiliaries cannot be changed if the subjects are changed. Okay? Now, we will go to the types of modal auxiliaries. Just to have a quick recap. What are the examples of modal auxiliaries? Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, used to, need not, dare not, need, dare. Now here you have to remember that need and dare are used as modal auxiliaries in the negative and interrogative forms. What do you mean by negative? It means no type questions, no type examples, and interrogative means question type, question form examples. Okay? Now we have already seen the meaning of modal auxiliaries and the examples of modal auxiliaries. Can, could, will, should, shall, should. Now we will move further. We'll move to the important topic. What are the functions of these modal auxiliaries? Okay. So we shall go to the functions now. Modal auxiliaries, the different functions of different modal auxiliaries. Okay. Now children, we could get question in examinations where we have to fill in the blanks with the correct or suitable modal auxiliaries, which means the one that will express the meaning given in the bracket. So accordingly, we need to learn of each and every modal auxiliary. So let's start learning with just one function of every modal auxiliaries. Now taking one statement, I dash dash cook food. Let's use different modal auxiliaries and see how the meaning changes. If I say I can cook food, then can here expresses ability. But at the same time, if I say could cook food, it expresses past ability. Means I could cook food, but now I cannot. Earlier I was able to cook food. Okay, so it shows past ability. So remember, can expresses ability and could expresses past ability. Now we will go to next example. I may cook food. Now here definitely it is not an ability, it shows that it is a possibility. It may be possible for me to do cooking. So may is used as possibility. And if I am not too sure, then I will use might. Got it? I might cook food. So these are the four which we have gone through. Modal auxiliaries, how are the functions? Can, it expresses ability, could, past ability, may, possibility, and might when you are not sure. Okay, now we'll move forward. I will cook food. Now this I will, it shows determination. And if I say I would cook food, then it is past habitual action. Got it? Will shows your determination. You are ready to cook the food. Okay? Then if I say I shall cook food, it is simply future tense. I shall cook food. Okay? But if I say I should cook food, then it means advice or suggestion. Somebody is advising you, somebody is giving suggestion to you that you should cook the food. Okay? Next, if I say I must cook food, then it shows compulsion. Compulsory, you have to do that. And if I say ought to cook food, that means here ought to, it is an obligation. Something I need to do, I have to do, I have some responsibility, I have to cook the food. Okay, so I ought to cook food. And if I say I need not cook food, so it is absence of necessity. There is no necessary to cook food. I need not cook food. But if I say I dare not cook food, that means I will not have courage to do so. So it is absence of courage. So students, we have gone through with one modal auxiliary with the different functions it do. Okay? That means can it do the function of ability, could, past ability, may, possibility, might, not too sure, will, determination, would, past habitual action, shall, it is just used in simple future tense, should, advise or suggestion, must, compulsion, ought to, obligation, need not, absence of necessity, no need, dare not, absence of courage. We have seen the same statement, I dash dash cook food, but when we add the different modal auxiliaries one by one, the meaning of the sentence changes. And this is exactly what we want to learn in modal auxiliaries. The meanings, the modal auxiliary expresses the moods that is shown by each modal auxiliaries. Here we saw just one sentence and one function of every modal auxiliary. Now we will move on the different functions of each and every auxiliary verb because each auxiliary verb has many functions. So let's start with the first one. Let's take the main auxiliary verb. Now we will move on the different functions of each and every modal auxiliary because each modal auxiliary has many functions. So let's start with the first one. Let's take the first modal auxiliary can. Now look at this statement. I can swim. It shows you ability. Simple. It is ability. And that we have done before. But if I say, can I borrow your car for a day? It doesn't talk about ability. Here it is clearly permission. So understood can be used as ability as well as for permission. Now we move on to next one. could. Example, could you help me to carry this box? Now, does it seem past ability? No. Here it is a polite request and not past ability. The person is requesting to help him. So, the example it goes, could you help me to carry this box? It is a polite request. Next example. We could go to Essel World for a picnic. Now, here it is a suggestion that we could go there. I could drive a car when I was in college. It shows past ability. I could drive a car, but now I cannot drive. Could I speak to the officer for a minute? Here it is a permission because you want to speak with someone, and for what you have to take permission. So here it is a permission. So students, from all these above examples, can you see for the modal auxiliary can we had two functions, permission as well as ability. But for could there are so many functions. Polite request, suggestion, past ability, permission. So you will have to read the whole sentence and understand what exactly is the meaning of the word over there or the function of the auxiliary. So you will have to be able to identify the function of the auxiliary by reading and understanding that we have gone through. Could, it can be used in many different ways. Can, it has two functions, permission as well as ability. So it depends upon the reading. We'll take next modal auxiliary may. We may have a holiday tomorrow. As you seen earlier, it shows possibility. There may be holiday tomorrow. It is possible. We have a holiday tomorrow. May I leave early today? Surely it is a permission. May God bless you. Here you are blessing someone. You are wishing good for someone. So it could be a wish, blessing, or again it may also come under curse. For example, may you fall down out on the road today. So it's a curse. Got it? So may again it can be used for blessing, for wishing good something, then for curse also. May I help you lay the table? Surely it is an offering. Someone is offering a help. Okay, so may I help you to lay the table? It is an offering. So see students, may also has so many different functions. Might. He said that he might go for the seminar. Now here students, he said that he might go for the seminar. Clearly, it indicates a reported speech. It is an indirect speech. So here, might is a past tense of may, that indirect speech. I might go to London next week. Surely, this is remote possibility. You are not very sure next week, are you going to London or not? So that's why here I might go to London next week. It is a remote possibility. We'll move to will. He will go to the market tomorrow. Obviously, it is a simple future tense. He will go to the market tomorrow. Okay? But if I say, will you help me with my homework? But if I say, will you help me with my homework? Then it is a polite request. I will not listen to what he says. Now here it shows determination, willingness. I'll not listen to what he says. The person has firmly decided not to listen that person. Okay? We'll move to would. He would go to the gym every evening. Now it is a past habitual action. It means that he used to do in the past but now not. He would go to the gym every evening, but now he's not going. Would you lend me something? Would you lend me a pen? So again, it is a polite request. You are using request. So remember, could, would, will are used for polite request. Okay. These three modal auxiliaries are used for polite request. Ought to. Would probably shake my head. It is again possibility. She told him that she would like to become his later daughter. Now here, would is the past form of will. In this case, would is nothing but the past tense of will because it is indirect speech. And as we learned earlier that we change direct to indirect, we change the modal auxiliary too. That is will, it is changed to would. Now next modal auxiliary is shall. They shall be punished for their wrongdoing. Here shall has the function of threat, forcing. You shall not go to gym every evening. Here it is prohibition. You are stopping someone from doing something. You shall not go to gym every evening. Shall we go for picnic this weekend? Yes, it is a suggestion. So students, shall, this modal auxiliary has three functions here. Threat, prohibition and suggestions. So we need to learn, we need to know the different functions of each and every auxiliary. Okay, now we move to should. You should help the poor. It comes under obligation. It is your responsibility that you should help the poor. In this case, students, suppose if we not help the poor, we are not supposed to be punished by someone, but it's just our moral responsibility. Something that we should feel, we must do. So it is called as an obligation, a type of responsibility. But if you see next example, you should practice regularly. So surely it is a suggestion. You should practice it regularly. Okay. Now next it is must. We must respect all religions. So it is an obligation, a responsibility. This does sound a little stronger. In this case also it is still obligation because respecting someone's religion is not legally binding on us, but it is our moral responsibility to respect. Okay. Next, she must have forgotten the keys. Students, here as if you are gazing something, this must have happened. So it is a gaze. You must reach the office in time. Now students, here it's a compulsion. Command. Compulsory, you must be on time. Now next we'll go to ought to. We ought to look after our old parents. Something we should do, we must do. But it is not obligation, it is not a compulsion, means it is our duty. They ought to win the game today. Now here, it is not a moral obligation, it is based on certain things that has happened in certain situations. Example, a watch going on and you know that the opposite team are not very strong and your team is strong. So keeping this in mind, you say that ought to win the game means probability. So there is probability to win the match. It is a possibility to win the match. Okay. We ought to win the match. We ought to win the game today. Let's take used to. They used to play cricket every evening. Used to means past habitual action. In the past, they used to play cricket. Now they are not playing. There used to be a hotel at the corner of the street. It is past existent. So there used to be a hotel, but now it is not at that place. So it is past existent. Okay. In the first, it was action, past habitual action, as they used to play. They were doing the activity of playing. And in the second, it is past existent. It is showing about the place. The hotel used to be at that place. Okay. Next, we'll go to need. which shows necessity. He need not pay the money right away. This is a negative statement. In this case, it shows negation, means negative. Okay. Need he pay the money right away? Yes, it is an interrogative or a question based example. Okay. Now we have dare. It means challenge or courage. How dare you touch my bag? It is courage. You dare not contact me. It is a challenge. I challenge you. So here we see dare. It is used in question or a negative sentence, as well as it is used for courage or challenge. Now students, we saw the functions of all the modal auxiliaries. Let's move on the exercise. It is a very simple exercise. You can do it. It is fill in the blanks with the correct modal auxiliaries. Number 1, you dash dash be punctual, and the instruction provided in the bracket is obligation. Now what we want to show here, they will give us the instruction and we have to write the modal auxiliary which shows obligation. So do you remember students, we had should and we had ought to also, that shows obligation. So we can go for should or ought to, both are correct. You should be punctual or you ought to be punctual will be the correct answer. Okay. Second, dash dash, you please help me with this. Now this looks like a request. You want help, so you are asking for help. Therefore, it is polite request that you have to actually express. You have to use a modal auxiliary expressing request. We have 3 options: could, would and will. So all 3 will be correct. Okay. Will you please help me with this? Could you please help me with this? Or would you please help me with this? All the 3 answers will be correct. Okay. We'll move to the third. I think he dash dash come next week. Now here remote possibility is there. Here they are asking us to write auxiliary which shows remote possibility. And we know there's only one for that. It is might. Got it? So the answer goes like this. I think he might come next week. He dash dash passed the examination easily. Now here probability, this instruction is given. We have to use the modal auxiliary according to it. Based on certain conditions and situations, we know it is ought to. So which modal auxiliary we will provide? He ought to pass the examination easily. Okay. Next, he dash dash watch a movie every Saturday before he got married. Now it is past habitual action. We have to provide a modal auxiliary according to it. Now we are talking about past habitual action. 2 options students we have, that is used to and would. So both we can apply and both will come right. He used to watch a movie every Saturday before he got married, or he would watch a movie every Saturday before he got married. Both options are correct. One more simple and interesting exercise is there. It is very simple. You will enjoy it. Here what we have to do, we have to identify the modal auxiliary and write the denote. Okay. So here goes the first question. We used to breathe well because we worked hard. Now here, which is the modal auxiliary? It is used to. Okay. And what function is done by this modal auxiliary? It is of past habitual action. Now second we will go. You should try plastic surgery. Again, identify the modal auxiliary. Which it is? It is should. Should is the modal auxiliary. And it comes under suggestion or advice, because the person is suggesting you to try plastic surgery, or he is giving you an advice for doing plastic surgery. So it comes under suggestion or advice. Next we'll go, you may go. Now here may is the modal auxiliary, and here you are giving permission to a person that you may go. So here it comes under permission. Got it? Next, we must Master the art of breathing. Now here modal auxiliary is must and it comes under gaze or compulsion. And last one is they would watch a movie every Saturday. Again would, it is a modal auxiliary and it comes under past habitual action because they would watch a movie every Saturday. Okay, means would, it is a past form. So it comes under past habitual action. So here we come to an end of this topic. Any doubts, kindly clear with the subject teacher. I again repeat, doubts are always welcome. Complete the assignment which is provided to you. Again, one more thing I want to tell that we are going to provide you PDF in which what matter you have to note down in your class of notebook will be there. So along with the notes, you have to solve the assignment given in this lecture. Got it? So hope for positive response from all of you. Complete your notebook. Be healthy. Stay home. Thank you.